Building a blockchain operating system component is hard, and it is very difficult to manage code for larger application. So there is no clear way to collaborate on building a widgets. So I'm building NEARPad. It's a collaborative development platform where we help developer to build, deploy, and monetize BOSS components. And our current focus is in Ethereum. So yeah, electronic capital. So the main focus is bringing as many Ethereum developer as we can into blockchain operating system. And then the next goal is to bring all the JavaScript developer, because there are 17 million JavaScript developer who can build a component on BOSS. And this is our progress. We launched last month, and we have now 270 active user, and who are spending 8 minutes of building components. So that's super interesting for me. And last 2 months, we organized for BOSS workshop, where we taught people how to build components. We had more than 15 people one-on-one meeting to understand how they build a widget and how we can improve the developer experience. We have a very active community in Telegram, where from Telegram we received 26 feature requests, and we are partnering with Banyan to run a bootcamp in New York and San Francisco next month. So this is the developer platform, where basically you get live update whenever you build a components. And one of the biggest advantage for this platform is you can switch from mainnet to testnet without living to different website. And you can see we have theming support, so you can have dark mode and light mode. You can search all the community build widgets. Then if you like one of them, you can fork it. So let's say I like the profile, then I can fork it. You can open in a new tab, you can fork it, and then you can extend that widget. So this is the team. So we launched last month. So my background is a little bit about me. So I'm VP of Engineer in a space tech company, where I build a lot of ML and AI application when it was not that cool. So, and I have a front-end developer who is helping me with the front end, and a DevRel ops, like everything else is Alex, and Cameron is kind of advising us. And this is what we are looking for. So we are looking for 500,000 so that we have a 12-month runway to build a truly collaborative development platform. And there is no straight monetization for widget developers. So we want to build a marketplace for developer to buy and sell components. Then we want to build a world-class EVM support. So EVM support is not that great. It can be great, really. So, and most of the other gateway don't really focus on developer experience. So we want to build a developer-focused gateway which will focus on developer productivity and experience. And we will run a lot of community-based events and education, because I believe that's the best way to bring developer from other ecosystem and even Web 2 JavaScript developer to near blockchain. And we will also use some of this money for marketing and finding product market fit. Now the question is how we will make money. So we don't know everything, but we have some idea. So It will be from the marketplace. We will take some commission from marketplace. We will do some education and consulting, and then custom component development. Ecosystem need a lot of interesting component to build, so we'll support them. We will have a enterprise support, and we will build like a gateway as a service provider. So because a lot of team coming up that they want to run their own gateway, so we will be a gateway as a service, and we'll also have a paid subscription for advanced feature for the web editor. So that's me. And if you want to join our community, so we have a Telegram community. You can go, and the website is NEARPad.dev. And now I'll open up for questions.
Thank you, Zahid. Any questions? Do you provide any SDKs or any tooling for developers? And do you provide anything else in terms of things like RPC support or indexing support?
Not yet. So we are kind of the developer platform. The most important support that we provide as a gateway as a service. So different project need different libraries, so which are not readily available in any other gateway. So we then help them to kind of there is something called VM, virtual machine, where you have to extend. So we have that expertise. We help them with that. And for RPC, we are using existing one, but definitely looks like we have to build our own indexer for near social. So we'll do some of those. So that's why we are asking for money, so that right now I'm the one working. So we have huge backlog. So we want to kind of bring more engineers so that we can build all these features.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, this seems like a really useful experience for developers working on Boss. Also liked your usage of developer numbers. Can you talk a little bit more about the marketplace, and who do you think will be creating the private components, and what are the types of private components that you think will be made, and how do you see that marketplace getting bootstrapped?
So during consensus, I talked with probably 10 or 15 different developers who are already experimenting with Boss. One of the biggest question was like, how can we monetize? So the only pathway is from developer DevGov or getting some grant. So I believe let's say if you have a DEX and you have some specialized custom UI, and then you want to kind of don't want to make it public either, and then I don't know entirely how the mechanism will be, the marketplace, whether it will be on-chain or maybe the private one will be off-chain, and then when you pay for it, maybe then it will go to on-chain. So that's the part I'll figure out. But like I know from community that people are asking for that kind of feature, because it is one thing to be open, but community have to also figure out how they monetize their component. So did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
I have a question. So there are already established platforms like GitHub for collaborative development, or like REPL that you mentioned, and developers, they have attachment to their tools, right? So have you thought about like defining your product in such a way that it integrates with these things instead of trying to compete with them directly?
Yeah, wonderful question. So I could not show the live demo, but like when you log in with GitHub. So in the future, whenever you build those widgets, you will be able to create a GitHub repo because we have the authentication. So it will be collaboration through GitHub. But when I talk with the developer, they had question around, let's say I'm building a components and I want to share with you, and we want to live edit some part of the thing. So like more like a peer-to-peer coding, pair programming. So those kind of feature we will use more like a Google Doc style collaboration. But I'm not going to reinvent anything. So whatever exists, I will use it. So that's the goal. So making it. We want to make developer more productive, so that's the number one goal.
Any other questions?
Thank you very much for the presentation. For example, I want to create an app, and I feel like your solution is wonderful, but how, like, what would you say is the biggest incentive for somebody who wants to create an app in a way that is very efficient, almost like a no-code way, if I understand it well?
Yeah. So a little bit of background of I talked with you a few times. So his app is kind of building a marketplace for game, and that use a multiple chain. So now if you want to build an app like that, you have to build custom connection to Ethereum, custom connection to Solana, custom connection to other place. But with Boss, you don't have to take care of those things. So because the operating system abstract all these things, so that means your development time will be less than half, right? So you are saving a lot of money. So put it that way. Make sense? Yeah. Okay.
Any last questions? Great. Let's give it up for Zahid. Thank you.